Hey guys, what's up? Golden Arm 27 here. Another story time, yay! I don't like my teeth. Ew. Anyway, this is the story on the time I said a cuss word in the 3rd grade. In school, yes, so, yeah. So, I was in 3rd grade. I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old in the 3rd grade, and this day, I went to school. I learned, like you do normally, everything was normal. And all that happened. Later that day, or to make a long story short, I am sitting at my desk doing my work. I think it was a math test I was doing, or a science test, I can't remember, but I think it was math. I was doing math test, and this kid, I can't remember his name, but he looks over at me like, I'm not kidding, his eyes were like that. He legit looked at me like that, and I'm like, what is up with you? And he's like, dude, you said ASS at me. I'm gonna. I didn't choke. You said the word ASS at me. I'm gonna tell the teacher. So take that. Apparently, I said the word ASS, which for all you kids you don't understand, but for all you adults, you can just search up the word on YouTube and boom, your whole internet history is full of one cuss word, and that's it. ASS. So. Yeah, apparently I said that. I think it was at recess, but like I said, I don't remember saying this. So he says that he claims that I said that, but in my mind, I don't remember. So I'm overall doing my work. The teacher's going around checking everyone's work, walking around, like all our teachers did. And then when she gets to the kid's desk, he tells her, and I kid you not, when the teacher looked at me like that kid did, but crazier, this is how she looked. The kid said, I'm pretty sure Chance said ASS at me. And then when he said that, the teacher went, what do you want, dogs? So the teacher looks at me like that. She didn't do all that, but she just looked at me like that. And when she did that, she yelled out, pack your stuff in your book bag. You're going home. I kid you not, when she said, you're going home, I legit went home that night. Don't mind the dogs. So I get my book bag, or backpack, but I called it a book bag. So I pack everything out of my desk and I put it in my desk. I get everything out of my desk and put it in my book bag. I do that, and the teacher is just looking at me, and everyone who was doing their work is just stopped at this point. Everyone who's doing the math test is just stopped at this point and looking at me like disgusted or concerned. But I think they were like horrified and like angry at me. That's how they looked, angry at me. So I pack all my stuff, and the teacher sends me to the principal's office. No, she didn't send me to the principal's office. She sent me to, I think it was the counselor's office. The dogs. I think she sent me to the counselor's office. And yeah, the principal's office was near where I was in the counselor's office. I went in that room, into the auditorium, and I sat in that room for 30 plus, like 35 to 40 minutes, doing nothing, while this random woman who was doing her work is looking at me. She sometimes looks at me, but she's overall doing her work and not bothering about me. So 35 minutes goes by, almost 40 minutes, and I'm counting in my head because I'm going to go crazy if I'm in here for any longer. And at this point, my butt hurts because I'm sitting down so much, and my legs. So So finally, the teacher calls me again. She comes back and she's like, "Okay, Chance, come on." And the teacher like is walking with me. The teacher's like walking slow, but me, I just walk fast. I mean, I'm just going fast. I'm like, I am done. I am fed up. I don't want this anymore. I'm through. So I walk back in the classroom, and I have to wait for the teacher to come in. At this point, I just want to go out the friggin' school and just run to my mom and all that. So I go back in the classroom, and when I open the door, all the kids, all the students are like doing arts and crafts. They have crayons and pieces of paper, and they're just overall having fun. It seems like they wanted me to leave, and then when I finally left, they all celebrated. But when I was there, they didn't. Which doesn't make any sense. I guess they hated me or something. So, the second I open the door, everyone looks at me like, and their eyebrows are just down, and they're just like, "You come near me, I'ma whoop you, boy, by my mama." That's probably what they were thinking. They looked at me all angry, and the teacher did too. I go in the classroom, I wait until the day is over, go home. I didn't tell my mom, no one did. Go to school the next day, everything was fine. So, yeah, whatever you do, if you have, like, little kids in your family, be careful with what they say, because they could come home one day and they could just say, "Mom, I said ASS," and you're just like, "What?" So yeah, like I said, I didn't remember any of this, but apparently he did. The snitch. Snitches get stitches. He didn't get stitches that day, but he was a snitch that day. Like everybody. No, not everybody's a snitch.